Not content with ignoring egregious cases of blatant racism by majority black South Africans, including calling white people dogs that need to be leashed and that white women are genetically inferior, and other vile, repulsive comments with virtually no punishment whatsoever, and no outcome or determination publicly made available yet in the Nobbs McKeezy case, where she insulted the dignity of colored flight attendants and actually attacked people on a flight from Durban to Cape Town nearly a year ago now, but demonically going after someone who posted a video in their youth that wasn't even racist, but was twisted by the media. The captured South African Human Rights Commission is now busy running around the country interjecting itself in trying to steal land from lawful property owners. Yeah, that's what they're up for. Let's listen into what this member of the South African Captured Human Rights Commission has to say about expropriating land at Hartbeespoort. Lawfully acquired land, legal title to it. Listen to the nonsense that comes out of this person.
That in the report, the Department of Water and Sanitation has, over many years, not taken the steps required of it to ensure redress. And that's the basis on which we found that they have unfairly discriminated. The department must consider all legal mechanisms available to it to regularize the occupation on the shoreline of Hartbeespoort. And of course, that those options, legal options, will include evictions, but we've also indicated that they should also consider expropriation, which is also a legal tool that is available in order for them to ensure that the resources of this country are equitably shared amongst all races.
So, a report to ensure redress for black and female applicants. So now it's the business of the captured South African Human Rights Commission interject itself into this debate. So apparently, according to her, there's discrimination because people with no legitimate claim to land are not being handed land for free. This is now the role of the state, to simply steal land and give it to people just because they have the right skin pigmentation or the right gender. Land legally owned by someone else. The Department of Water must consider all legal mechanisms available to regularize the occupation of the shoreline. What does regularize mean? Turn it into a black residence? Turn it into a color residence? Turn it into a white residence? What is regularize? There's a reason why people live in groupings around like-minded people. Xhosa, Zulu, Venda, Tswana, Afrikaners. What is regularize? This is state determining where people get to live and who gets to own what. Utter nonsense. And she says, of course, those legal options will include evictions. Evictions for what? You're paying your taxes. You bought the land legally. Why should you be evicted? And she also said they should also consider expropriation. Aha, and now we come to it. The lies told all year long by Cyril Ramaphosa in May in the White House and the ANC all over the media this year about there's no land being expropriated. No one's expropriating land. There are cases and cases and cases of people being bled dry in legal fees by illegitimate claims to their land. This is utter nonsense. All the power is in the hands of the state, and they're stealing land by bankrupting people who have no choice but to sell their land for a pittance. All in favor of schemes and scams and false land claims. So this you must consider. Hartbeespoort, local officials at municipal level can evict people and steal their land under expropriation without compensation. But we've been told there is no such thing, that Trump is a liar. Trump is making it all up. But here we have a case of the South African Human Rights Commission advocating for the use of an unconstitutional piece of legislation that's in clear violation of Section 25 of the South African Constitution. And she says that it's a legal tool to ensure that the resources of this country are equitably shared amongst all races. Well, that's not your responsibility. Your responsibility is to provide a safe environment and legal framework for people to succeed, not to destroy them by stealing what they've earned and what they've worked for. The property market will go completely bonkers the moment this starts. No land will be worth anything because any clown can come along and steal it from you, and you didn't even vote for them. This is sick. Trump is right, and South African officials are lying. When they tell you what they are, you should believe them. And here, the South African Human Rights Commission is telling us what they are. Unbelievable. What say you, South Africa? Mzansi. Cheers.